Hey guys, whew, Higgy Pop here. All right. Oh, what a day, what a mission. A lot of adventures today. All right, let's get settled. Ah, man. Oh, I got the mask on still. Hold on. All right. See, I wear this. I went to my local bank. I just got back from the bank. That's just a mask I wear. Yeah, I did a lot of adventures today, and man, sweating like Mike Tyson at a spelling bee. Woo! I got a call out of the blue. I don't know if you guys remember in past videos, I got a call from someone that was I was gonna meet him. He had some comic books. I made 2 hauls from this guy. One time I met him and I had a bunch of multiples, like 8 copies of Barbie, and I was like, that's fine, you know, I was a little depressed. But then he called me a second time. He says, I got more comics. Came across some more. This is 3 times I'm going to the well with this guy. He calls me, he messages me. He says, I got more comics. I found more comics. I said, well, meet at the same spot. You know, I'm out of work. What am I doing? I'm staring at the wall all day. I says, they're probably all going to be the same thing. I go to meet him, but what if they're not all the same kind of comics? What if there's something in there that I don't have? I got to do it. So I met them. And guess what? They're all the same. But there are some. Look, this is the comics right here. On this stool right here. See these? This stack? A lot of them are the same. A lot of them are the same again. The same old, same old. But I found this. This was a different one. This is Weapon X. This is issue number 77. All right? So that's something different. I'll take it. This is Weapon X. I already had this one from one of the previous 2. And again, I got these 2 issues of the Avenger 333. I already had that in the last bunch. This Punisher Armory, that adds to the pile. That came from the other. And I already had this one. But this is a new Punisher. I mean, this is a new Daredevil. Issue 274. I'll take it. That makes 2 new comics. All right. This is another copy. And another, there's 2 of them. I already had these from the other 2 hauls. Daredevil issue number 292. And I got 2 copies of this Conan, which was in the other hauls also. This is issue number 245 with Red Sonja on the cover. 2 copies. So, and I got these Fantastic Four issue number 352. Again, that was in the other hauls. So a lot of the same. These 2 issues of the Captain America Annual number 10. Again. And I already have this from the other haul. This Thor issue number 433. This Spider-Man is new. Marvel Tales 250. I didn't have that. So that makes 3. I already had this. This is a Spectacular Spider-Man 177. I'll add it to the pile from the last haul. And this is new. I didn't have this yet from this kid. Issue number 13. Ghost Rider. Cool cover, right? I'll take it. That makes 4. And I already had this from the last haul from the kid. I'll add it to the pile. Issue number 268, Iron Man. This is new. So that makes 5 new comics. I'll add this to the pile because I already had that from the previous haul. 2 more copies of this Green Lantern with Gnark on it. Issue number 12 of the 2nd volume. And I already had this. 2 more of these. Justice Society, issue number 3. I'll add it to the pile from the previous haul. This is a new Flash. I'll take it. Issue number 51. Got the Flash family on there. I'll add this to the pile because this was in there last time. I'll add this to the pile. I don't have that. This is Superman 56. And I'll add this to the pile. This was already there previous visit. Oh, I can't go without getting Angel and the Ape again. Issue number 3. That makes copy number 55. Super Mario Brothers again. But this is worth money because of the movie that came out. Add it to the pile. And now we go back to my Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck Adventures again. I'll add it to the pile. And now we go back to the Barbie. I mean, I feel like I'm filled with estrogen every time I touch these things. I mean, I think I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to look like Rosie O'Donnell. More Barbie, issue number 6, issue number 5. All right. And I got my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fix again. I already had this from the previous haul. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie #2. It's the movie. It's like a 60-pager. It's pretty thick. And this is a new one, issue number 22, RG Adventure Series, Turtles Adventures. All right. And that completes that haul. I met that young man earlier today after I went to the bank and did a little business. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I didn't tip off any authorities because then I went to the comic book store. Today I went to the doctor, Dr. Midnight, and he checked up on me after my hernia surgery. He says I'm A-okay. A-okay, doing good. Come and see me in 2 weeks, and I'll send you full duty. All right, so I got another 2 weeks. You're like, dude, all you do is make videos. I'm home all day. I need help. Thanks for listening. Thank you, guys. And I went to the comic book store. I went to DJ's Cards and Comics. And look at this. Look what I got. Look what I got. Yesterday, or the day before, I showed you Batman Detective Comics issue number 466 when Batman was fighting the Signal, and there was a Green Arrow story where they were fighting the Signal Man, and they said, next issue is Hawkman. And I said, I gotta go find it. I'm on the hunt. And I found it! Issue number 467, Detective Comics. Right? And this is February of 77. And art is by John Calnis and Vince Colletta. And the cover here, which is fantastic, is by Buckler and Colletta. Cover art. Vince Colletta. And this is the story with Batman. There's a imposter Batman, all right? And this guy is this story is called Pickup on Gotham 246. It's like a train station. So there's like a 246 refers to the train stop in Gotham City. And Batman encounters this guy. This guy is called Danton, the motorman. And anyways, at the end of the story, he's in his he's lounging around, Batman, and he's hanging out with Carter Hall, the Hawkman, and they're having a little chat. Then it goes into the Hawkman story. Hawkman, the man who skyjacked Hawkman. Well, you got to see this, the way they draw Hawkman. This is how you draw Hawkman. Nothing against my buddy, my pal, Joe Kubert, but wait till you see this. Wait till you see. So Hawkman's fighting the Signal Man, and just look at this right here. Do you see what I'm seeing? I mean, look at him. How freaking awesome. Look at the wings spread. Look at the pose. He's just like, hey, how are you? It's great. The head turn, his head's turned, you know, like, it's just fantastic. So they're continuing their conversation. That's Bruce and Batman. Doesn't even take off the wings to have a cup of coffee. He's like, yeah, watch the wings. Will you watch it? Watch it. Can I have a little more coffee, please? And so it's great, fantastic, and look at the Signal Man. And the Signal Man's giving him a hard time, but then he breaks his device. Look at that! Look at that! Free! Hawkman. Yeah, it's really good. Really good. Really good stuff. Just the way they draw the mask, too. Just look at the face right there. Isn't that great? Come on, camera. So, I'm very happy. I'm glad I found it. I mean, that hunt didn't last long. It lasted a day. I said, I want that comic book, and I started hunting, and I found it. That was great. So, and I said, I'm at a comic book store, and I just robbed a bank, so I got money. I'm going to buy something else. And, oh, yeah. So, remember the other day I was talking about the Charlton characters? I went over to the series Lethal, so whatever. And I said Sarge Steele from Charlton Comics was also in the comic for Law, that series. He was one of the characters. And look what I found Charlton Comics, Sarge Steel. There he is with his steel hand. His left hand is made out of steel. And this is issue number 2. It says, rough, tough Sarge Steel, the only man who could stop Captain Von West from conquering the world. Case file 102, case of the man who blackmailed the world. Private Detective Sarge Steel, mastermind of crime, has the world in his mercy. Look at that. This is a classic. This is a classic. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him tackling people. That's the bad dude. And this is February of '65. Those were the days. And art is by Dick Giordano. I mean, just look at that, man. It looks like Popeye Doyle. And the script was by Joe Gill. And there's like 3 different chapters in here. It's called The Man Who Blackmailed the World. And then we go to chapter 2. It's Sergeant Steele is continuing with Millionaire Trap. And then there's the Atomic Challenge. And it's actually very good. Very good art. Very good art. Good stuff. It's in great shape. 1965. February. Charlton Comics. Sarge Steel. Representing. Very good. And I found this on the cheap. It's actually in good shape. The back cover is not that good. This is Superboy issue number 129. This is the giant size 80 pager. Right, Shannon? And nothing like a giant size. And it's just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. The origin of Mon-El and how he met Superboy. Him and Mon-El get up to some shenanigans. They're beating each other up all the time. And then this one here, the Super Weakling from Space. And then this one was silly. The Kent's second Super Son. And the saga of Kid Krypton down there. And this one here with the Kid Krypton. I mean, he's flying around the town. And him and Superboy. And you know, I love how they show Superboy always... He dives into the earth all the time, and it just, he's like a drill. He's always drilling into the earth. Him and Krypton Kid there, they're drilling through the earth. I mean, hey, if you could do it, why not, you know? But this is a fun little read. 80-page giant. I had to get it. And I needed this. This completes my Defenders 1 through 121. I needed it. It's issue number 98. This cover is... There's a lot going on. A lot of heavy inks. It's not my favorite cover, I'll tell you that. This is issue number 98 of the Defenders. And it says, Man-Thing Possessed. That is supposed to be Man-Thing Possessed. His eyes are blasting. All right. So that goes into my Defenders box of... And that's the only one I needed for... and that makes me pretty happy. It makes me feel whole. So that was happiness all around. And I saw this in a box as I was hunting, and I didn't have this, number 7 of Starfire. All right, because I do have Starfire. I didn't have issue number 7. This goes from issue number 1 to number 8, and she's awesome. Starfire came out in like '76. And I would say she's like a mixture between Red Sonja and Killraven, all right? Little sci-fi and sword. She's a slave girl, and she's on it. It's an unknown planet. They don't really say. And there's these aliens. They're called Mygorgs and Yorgs. And so she's there to free the people. She's going to lead a rebellion and free the people. And it's almost like Planet of the Apes, too. So just think of that. Think of that. And David Michelini is the creator of Starfire, okay? And he created Claw. He also created the Iron Man Demon in a Bottle. That's Michelini, all right? And the artist for this series, the penciler and artist from issue 1 to 8 is, Vosberg. And he's known for drawing dynamite women. Man, in comics form, he draws the woman like no other. And you would know if you read this series. And this fills the gap. This may complete it for me. Issue number 7. All right? Great. Very happy. Now, I was at the comic book store, but I also finished reading World's Finest. I just thought it had to do with Metamorpho, but it's awesome. This is how you write DC Comics. They have everyone in here. This reminds me of like when I was talking about DC Presents the other day. You got other characters in DC besides Batman. Let me just put it to you that way. They bring in the Challengers of the Unknown, Red Tornado. They bring in Metamorpho, obviously. They bring in who else? Robin, Batman, Superman, and the Doom Patrol, full on. They bring on the Metal Men. I mean, there's so much awesomeness in DC. All you gotta do is use it. Challengers of the Unknown, Metal Men, Doom Patrol. Look at the Challengers of the Unknown. So much fun. Great read, man. Look at Metamorpho. DC Comics. Thank you. World's finest. I suggest it. And then, I didn't even realize this. I didn't even know there was a Brave and Bold out, a brand new one. Issue number 1 came out this week. I didn't know because all it says was Batman on all the covers. I just figured, I am not supporting the Batman train anymore. I mean, I love the guy. I mean, he's great, but I support other characters. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else is supporting Batman. So I got Brave and the Bold. I was there today, and I realized there was a Brave and Bold out there. So I got the one with Superman on the cover. Anyways, I didn't finish reading it. I started reading it, and it's pretty good. It's a Batman book. But for the most part, that's what I see so far. And I finished reading the new Superman. This was fun. Very good. Very good stuff. And it's good stuff, man. I don't know what to tell you. The Silver Banshee's in here. It's very fun. Lex Luthor is got a deep story plot line in here. That's pretty fun. He's just Lex Luthor being a criminal. And but they got a good storyline for him. And the art is fun. All right? And what else did I have? I think that's it. That's it. I am going to read. Finish reading. This is a thick one, this Brave and Bold. See the square binder? And, I wanted to show you this too. Where is it? I gotta show you something. I can't believe okay. This was a free comic. This is Dawn of DC Primer. All right? I read this too. I'm like, what the heck is Primer? I said, who's painting? So, you open up the cover and you got it all. But you know what also you got? Who's that guy? Hawkman. So, there's everyone on there. It says Dawn of DC Primer. What the heck is that? I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what's going on. It says all the superheroes are out of the darkness and they're home and they're with their families. Everyone's happy. Teen Titans are happy. Wonder Woman's happy. Batman's hugging Robin. Superman family's happy. But not Amanda Waller. This woman is the most hated person in DC lore, you know. And now, here's our man, Peacemaker. He's working for Amanda Waller. He's on a mission to, guess what? I don't know, kill someone. That's what he's doing. No, he found the helmet of fate. He found the helmet of hate. That's what he's doing for Amanda Waller. Okay, now Amanda Waller meets all these villains without a weapon. She's like, you told me to come weaponless, and here I am. And she says she's going to hire them to kill all the superheroes. This doesn't make any sense. Why would she do that? And she ends up killing one to prove a point. I don't know. She took a gun away from someone and then she killed him. She's like, now you're listening to me? So now she's like, I want all these guys dead. All the heroes. Everyone who kills a hero gets their record wiped away, expunged. Okay, now Amanda, after all the heroes are gone and all you're left with is villains, what do you do then? It's not really well thought out. I don't like the plot. Who writes this crap? Let's see. I'm sorry. It's not crap. Anyone who puts the effort in to write a comic book, thank you. It is written by, I don't know. No one wants to take credit for this. It is written by Joshua Williamson. Joshua Williamson. You got some explaining to do. DC Primer. The best thing about it is the cover, because there's Hawkman. And it's DC for me, so I will keep on trudging, baby. Thanks for watching. I'm going to read my Brave and Bold because it makes me smart.